And I am sorry again for not posting videos yesterday. I'm gonna get to the others, I promise, and I hope I don't miss. Hello, Heartman!
Welcome back. I hope you'll have a great day in Oz. I'll do my best to make you want to come back here again. Here is something small for you. Will you accept it? He's so sweet. It's a wee whistle. Do you remember the whistle we got from the Queen of the Mice Field? It'll bring us good fortune when we blow it. So that's where it came from. I never really read the books. Solomon is so cute. Aww. Well, everyone, welcome back. This is Jandy the Artsy-Rose, and welcome back to Solomon's main story. Before we do that, I'd kind of like to check to see... I want to check to see if I have any friend requests, or if anyone has accepted my friend requests from the ones that I had sent last time during the White Leap spinoff. I wonder whose idea was to turn Wesley into a guy. Seriously. Or the Wicked Witch of the West into a guy. But I guess it kind of had to be done because if they were going to make a dating sim based off of the Oz series, then naturally they would need more male characters, and the only ones that they had the only ones they had in particular were Oz, the Great Wizard, and Ebony Rod. The three characters who accompanied Dorothy, the Scarecrow, Cowardly Lion, and Tin Man. And that's not really a lot to go by. I have a new friend. That's nice. A storage house. That looks like a... That looks... That doesn't look like a storage house to me. That looks like something else. I mean... I could live in that storage house. I could live in that. That's a house. I want that to be my house. I want that to be my house in the future. I want a house that looks just like that. All it needs is a nice chimney, some flowers, and I'm good to go. What do you guys think? Would you live in something like that? Well, rats. I'll worry about it later. So, who accepted my friend request? Oh, another Dorothy. She has a little charm. Well, I wanted to name my Dorothy Avatar Rhoda Edenhart, but it kind of irritates me that there isn't red hair. I checked the items of the avatars, the avatar items that I could buy, and unfortunately there isn't one for red hair, and that disappoints me. Because, ooh, I have friends! I have new friends! Hello, friends! Hello, Star and Dorothy. And I still need points. That might be a while. Well, it might be a while before I get back on. Wow. Hello, Aurora. You have a very lovely outfit. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Anyway, they don't have a red-haired wig for the avatar that I can buy. For the avatar that I can dress up, and it's kind of irritating because the character Rhoda, she has red hair like me, but it's aggravating that there isn't that I don't have what I'm looking for. So I can only hope that the game over time will have will eventually include a red-haired wig or something, like a long, wavy red hair. You know, Dorothy kind of reminds me of Taru Honda, now that I think of it. Long brown hair and ribbons with ribbons and bangs. The only thing she's missing is the school uniform. She is missing the school uniform. You understand where I'm coming from, right? For those of you that have watched Fruit Baskets. Doesn't she look like Taru? She looks like Taru! The only thing she's also missing is the eye color. Taru in the manga had purple, or was it turquoise eyes? She had... I don't remember now. That aggravates me. Well, anyway, let's start chapter 2 of Solomon's main story. Chapter 2, Night at the Banquet. We walked down the hallway, heading for the wardrobe. Solomon kept a step ahead of me as he escorted me there. Is something the matter, Dorothy? Solomon suddenly turned around and asked me, why do you ask that? Seeing my reaction at the sudden question, Solomon seemed amused. Well, you looked as though your mind was elsewhere. I was wondering what was on your mind. Nothing, really. It's just... I was just thinking that the castle is sure big. I said as I stopped walking and looked behind me. It feels like this hallway just goes on forever. I wasn't exaggerating either. It really made me feel like that. I'd never seen a hallway this long back in Kansas. Don't worry. We'll get to the wardrobe if we keep going down this hallway. There aren't any everlasting hallways in this castle, so put your mind at ease. Yeah, that's what I thought. Why would I say something so childish? But I do feel relieved today. What? Because in meeting you again, I've seen that you haven't changed from when you were a little girl. You still have that beautiful heart. Solomon stopped in the middle of the corridor when he said that. When I stopped too and looked at him, Solomon slowly came up to me. Your eyes are just as beautiful as well. Solomon. Our eyes met and he looked right into mine. Beautiful eyes without a hint of falsehood. My dear, adorable child. Then, with a bit of a chuckle, Solomon pulled away from me. Now, let us be off. If we take too long, Norton will worry something befell us in this nearly everlasting hallway. Something befell us? Befell us? I wasn't too used to his just so I found myself squinting at him. What's the matter? Is there something on my face? It's not that. It's just I'm surprised that even you tell jokes sometimes. I do tell a joke or two here and there. I'm really quite proud of my flightiness, truth be told. Jokes, huh? Was picking a suitor too some sort of joke? Oh, now that's a curious face, if I've ever seen one. Huh? Go ahead and ask anything. I'll answer you if I can. Well, it's not exactly... What do I say? Ask if the pick a boyfriend? thing was a joke? No, wouldn't that be rude? Solomon was looking at me silently. I feel like I couldn't cover up my curiosity if I didn't say anything. I've got to say something. But can I really ask what's really on my mind? Oh, can't we just ask him the truth? Seriously? Hey, Solomon. I spoke up as I turned away from Solomon's persistent gaze. Yes, Dorothy? Well, I know now that you're really good with jokes. Indeed. I'd like it if you thought of me as quite the trickster. I'll look at you as a trickster then. He nodded and waited for my next words. So, do you have anything else? Anything else? Like what? Like, you know, big pranks are... Well, you're good at jokes, right? Good at... Huh? A knowing smile came to Darth Solomon's lips. Well, if you asked what I was good at. I'd have to say I'm rather skilled when it comes to seeing right through lies that slip through the lips of innocent girls in desperation. How did you know? You really are wonderfully honest, aren't you? With that, Solomon pointed a finger towards me. Oh, I don't know how I would get that. Divining what you really think is truly a simple task. On these cheeks. His finger gently ran up my cheek. And these eyes. Next, his finger gently poked at my left and right eyes. Left and right eyelid in turn. And on these lips. And at last, he gently pushed my lips with his finger. He brought his face closer. It's written, clear as day, this is a lie. Solomon has seen through everything. I told you in the beginning, did I not? Ask me anything. You don't need to hesitate. I guess I can't play the fool anymore. Well, I've got to ask directly. I decided to resign. I'm sorry, that wasn't really what I wanted to ask. I want to know, why did you do that? Do what? The suitor picking thing. I hadn't expected to be put on the spot like that. Oh, was it that surprising? It was so surprising I had no idea what was going on. That's why I wondered if that too. Ah, I see. Dorothy, that was no joke. I asked you to do that in all seriousness. If you were serious, then I have even less idea what was going on. My voice grew a bit harsh, and I questioned Solomon further. Why did you do that to me? Asking me to pick a boyfriend asking me to pick a boyfriend from those five all of a sudden, Though I am not fond of answering questions with questions. Solomon spoke up to interrupt me. Why did you choose me? Well, I remember what you said, that you weren't sure what to answer, and you said my name in the heat of the moment. Yeah, that's what happened. For me, I would have chosen him because I want to ask you a reason for that. What? You cannot give me a reason, so you chose me. You cannot give an answer, so you chose me. I want to know the reason you did. He has a point. Why did I choose him? If I was just going to choose someone at random, I didn't need to say Solomon. I could have just picked any of the other five, yet I went ahead and called Solomon's name, and he wasn't even in the running. Dorothy? Yes, Solomon called me out of my deep thought. Before I raised my head, though, Solomon brought himself up to my ear and spoke. I don't want you to trouble yourself over it too much. You don't need to answer me just yet. But I want you to believe me. If I had you choose a partner as a joke, I wouldn't be this concerned about why you chose me. I want to hear it from your lips. Did you choose me out of fondness? Would it be silly of me to ask that? His whisper went to the core of my ear and ran over and over in my seems we are out of time. Let us end our little chat here. Once we make this next turn, we'll be right in front of the... We will? Oh, yes we are. Just as Solomon said, the wardrobe was right there. These are very pretty. This is my castle's wardrobe. Please enter. Why are there dresses though? I mean, if this is a castle for a man, and he has all these dresses. Don't tell me he cross dresses. I know that's a terrible thing to say, but this is why does he have so many dresses? Does he have sisters or something? That's probably it. He has sisters that are not, unfortunately, part of the story. That has to be the reason. Or he has cousins. He has cousins. Lots of girl cousins. This is the wardrobe? I couldn't help crying out loud. I couldn't help crying like that after taking a single step into the room. And here I thought it was just going to be a closet or something. The wardrobe was longer than any reasonable person could believe. It was larger and far more luxuriously made than any room in my house back in Kansas. Is something the matter? Are all these clothes? There were countless beautiful outfits, the likes of which I'd never seen laid out all over the room. I had no idea that there were these many dresses in the world. This is the women's clothing room, though. There's a men's room elsewhere. I can't believe it. So, what will you do? About what? Pick out a dress! Of course. Dorothy? Oh, crud. There's gonna be a love challenge, isn't there? You can choose whichever dress you'd like, but what would you like me to do afterwards? What do you mean? I looked over at Solomon and he had on a mischievous grin. What do I want him to do? Okay, you could choose whichever dress you'd like, but what would you like me to do afterwards? What do you mean? I looked over at Solomon to see he had on a mischievous grin. What do I want him to do? You mean, what do I want him to do afterwards? Or what do I want him to do now? Wait in the... I want him to pick a dress for me. Or is that kind of childish? I was a little hesitant to say what I thought. What's the matter, Dorothy? He placed a gentle hand on my fidgeting shoulder. Come now, I won't laugh, so tell me. Tell me what you really feel. Tell me how you really feel. Well, Solomon, would you pick a dress with me? Oh? Solomon sounded surprised. Choosing a dress, you say? Well, I'd love to help, but... The rules. Men cannot enter this wardrobe. Oh! Have one of the maids help you choose your dress. I'll be waiting just outside. Waiting to see you walk out even more beautiful than you are now. Alright, I can't keep you waiting long. Alright, I can't keep you waiting long. As I watched Solomon leave the room, a maid called out to me from behind. I will assist you in selecting and changing into your dress for the ball. The maid said with a reverent bow. I felt the need to bow in turn. I appreciate it. Well then, Lady Dorothy, which dress will you choose? When she asked me, I turned over to the rows of dresses to take a good look at them. There's just so many. Each and every dress looked simply wonderful. Which dress should I go with? I stepped out of the wardrobe clothed in the dress I had spent so much time choosing, and saw Solomon waiting for me. I'm sorry I kept you waiting. It's nothing to worry about. Solomon slowly turned around and said, it was quite fun waiting while imagining what kind of dress to do. Solomon went on, his eyes gentle. You've exceeded my expectations. The dress looks wonderful on you, Dorothy. Thank you. What?
music isn't around anymore because the game is disappointed in me for making the choice I did. Dang it.
Well, I guess I deserve that. Well, I am Jandy the Artsy-Rose, and I shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye! Oh my word.